All right, you guys. Forgot to put my glasses on. Had to take them up while I was getting ready. Ho, ho, ho. I'm here tonight with my Christmas card of the month night. It's the 25th. And I'm Jill Blanchette. Thank you for joining. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know where you're watching from. If it's hot and muggy where you are. I'm just getting back from, I was helping at Vacation Bible School tonight, and it was craft night. And boy, we whipped through 99 kids in, had to have been under an hour. And they made little journals tonight. It was unfortunate though. They had fun foam like stickers, and it was the name of the camp, like it was like Camp Firelight. And so the kit came from whoever creates the whole theme of the Vacation Bible School. So sticky letters came pre-cut out in different colors, Camp Fire Light. But when it got to fire and light, they weren't spelled out. So it must be to save space. It was like FEIR, and then light was L. I don't even remember what order they were in now, but they were all messed up. And for little kids, I think that they can't be over fifth grade, my friend said. But for little kids who are just learning, you think that you could just say, okay, peel the stickers off and stick them on, and then it would go on in order. But no, no. So you had to kind of help the poor kids that didn't know how to spell. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. So that's where I've been. That's why I'm late. But I've got a nice project for you tonight. Let me see what I'll just give you a little round out. It's the 25th, so the end of the month is this week. If you still have any stamp and die bundles that you're interested in, be sure and get those, or the cut and emboss machines, get those added to an order and get that in. I think that there's still some of the main hot item bundles that are on the not orderable list, but there's still stuff you can get. And if nothing else, get yourself a machine. I'm actually thinking about ordering myself another one because I have a feeling that this one might be ho ho ho, Christy, thanks for joining. Oh, Debbie's at home tonight. No ball, no nothing. She's just hunkered down at home. But I'm thinking that mine might be starting to, it might need a little backup, and what a good time to get one. So anyway, I'm gonna turn my camera down so I don't keep you guys all night long. Let me get my bearings about me and see how I do that over here. All right, let me get this out of the way. Let's see. All right, let me take these glasses off. So I just got to look through my glass. Although these glasses, they don't have a lens in them, but still, they distorted my view. So I'm going to put them down over here. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm stealing another chirpy card maker idea. Here's some cards that I made off of the pattern. And you will see, we're going to make 4 out of our pattern. And you will see that you will put them in different directions as long as your pattern doesn't go in a direction. So there's my mistake number 1 on tonight's cards. My paper is directional. Where's my other 2? I should have 4 here. Where's the other 2? Hang on, what did I do? Oh, they're under my, so as long as your pattern's not directional, you can, put them up and down. But I picked this bird pattern, and after I cut it all and then cut the contents for tonight, I realized that I was going to be stuck with everything in this direction. Oh, wow, halfway to Christmas. Holy crap, Debbie. So with that, and I cut my pieces wrong. So you'll see I got bigger borders and stuff on some. So this video, we're going to do it correctly. And these are the cards we're going to make. And unfortunately, they're all going to go the same direction because of my paper. But I did cut the bases to go open this way and then open this way. So what we're going to do is you need a 7.5 by 10 inch base to build your pattern up on. And I'm just using white. If your paper that you're using is like a darker color or something, you might want to make this a little bit darker. You need Julie had us use a 2-inch square so that you could get 4 1-inches out of it, but I cut a strip off this paper because it was a brand new sheet, and rather than cut out a chunk, I just cut off a strip. So either way, you need 4 1-inch squares. You need a 4 by 8 piece of paper, and what else do I have? No, this is the center. Sorry, this is 8 by 5.5, and then you need a 4 by 8 piece. So let me get started and show you how we're going to put all this together. So first thing, she has us make a 1-inch score around all 4 sides. So we're going to, and this, she says, is just for easy for lining up. She had a template for hers as well. You know me, I'm not that fancy, official, that calculated, that organized. Fill in whatever you need to with the word that. I'm not that, whatever works in there. So, but it does matter, as I tell you every time with these cards that I do of hers, that it does matter. Your cutting matters and all of that. So what we've got now is our template with the score lines on it, so you could see it. Okay, so I'll show you. Here's my drawing. So we want the 1-inch corners. You want an 8-inch strip for the top and the bottom, and then 5.5-inch strips for the side. Okay, easy peasy, right? That's where our center, that was 8 by 5.5. That's this guy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that in. And the whole got to make sure I got enough glue on it too. I'm going to get a ton, but because when we chop it up into pieces, we want it to stay. So I'm going to just do my best to line this up in my corners and within my score lines there. So if you don't measure, perfectly, you can adjust if it hangs off the side or whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it. Hey, Patty. Ho, ho, ho. Uh-oh, my camera's really bouncy still. Is it me moving? Is it bouncy now? Or is it just when I'm moving around? I don't see it bouncing around, but I could try and be more careful. Maybe I'm working it too hard. I'm coming off from helping all these little kids. So I'm going to cut this piece now into the 4 1-inch pieces that we needed. 4 1-inch squares. I'll try. It's okay now. I'll try and go slow. It's probably me. I had my stuff kind of torn around before I got on here. And maybe it's, oh yeah, because I could see my light bouncing. So maybe I gotta secure some pieces down a little better. All right, so we need 4 1-inch squares for the corners. All right. Then I told you this piece was 4 inches by 8 inches. Oh, okay. I'll try not to be so rough and fast. So now we need 2 1-inch wide strips. And I should show you, we're not gonna. All right, so we need 2 1-inch wide strips. We're gonna use the back now. I should flip this over. Then we need 2 that are 5.5 inches. So we're just gonna go and cut the bottom off. So we're gonna cut this same piece at 5.5 and then save this piece. She likes to give us great tips on how to not have a bunch of waste in small pieces that you can't really use. So now this is 2 inches wide, and that's exactly what we need is 2 strips now that are 5.5 inches long. And that's all our cutting. Well, for now. All right. So I'm going to take my 8-inch strips. Julie likes to lay everything out so you can just make sure that it all fits where you want it to fit. You know me. Let's just go for it. I do, when I make the quilts on Thursdays, or my quilt of the month that I subscribe to, I do lay them out, but let's live on the edge a little bit. So I'm just going to line these up. At the score lines and just see what we get. I'll try and be very Oh, I don't think my mom will be on tonight. She's getting her iPad work done. Okay, so now we've got our 2 8-inch strips going on. And now we're going to come over and put our 2 5.5-inch strips along the side. When you can see, I got some white there, so I'm going to have some trimming to do. And put the strip on this side. Yeah, you can see, so now I got this one hanging over a little bit, and this one's in a little bit. So we'll just trim that up. And so then now I'm going to put these 4 pieces in the corner, and I'm going to put the birch tree side up. But you could switch it around if you wanted, because we're going to cut this in to other pieces when we're done. So you could change the corners a little bit if you wanted to. Oops, I almost did. Oh, I'm so hot too, I think, because I've just been cruising along. I literally left the church, got home, came immediately down here and started getting ready. Here. Fitting those in the corners nice and tight. And this is where I said if you are using maybe a darker paper, you might want to have your base underneath be a little bit darker too, just in case they don't fit tight. You're good to if it peeks through it all. All right, so now I'm going to bring my trimmer back in and I'm going to trim these little bits off that I got here. I probably could trim them better with my scissors, but we'll see what we get. And it will throw off probably the rest of the card a little bit, but let's see. All right, so I got all the white off from there. Let me just straighten that out. Oh, that's what happens when you try and do a real close one. Sometimes it just folds it rather than actually cutting it, but I got it off. All right. So now there's our piece, our base. Then we're going to cut this in half and half again. So it was 7.5 by 10. Oops, I got to fix that little piece there. So we want to cut this way at 5. And this is where I did it wrong the other day when I was making my samples. I just said, oh, I need 5.25 by 4. No, you don't. And then we want to cut this in half. And so this is 7.5. So we want 3 3/4. So there's 2 pieces. And there's 2 more pieces. And there we are. We're ready to go. So let's see what I got going here. So our first card. Oh, and let me show you. I'll give you guys a second to weigh in. Oh, Mom is on. Hey, Mom. Hi, Bonnie. All right. Can you see this? Typically, she has us, because they're quilt cards, she has us, quote unquote, quilt the top panel. And I forgot to do that too. So this whole panel I did after the fact. So I've got this quilted. I don't know if you can see it very good. Not really. Or this is not quilted and it's smooth. Mike couldn't decide, my resident creative director, he couldn't decide, oh, that one, now you could see a little bit of the quilting on those birds. He couldn't decide which way to do it. So you guys let me know if you want me to quilt them all, quilt a couple, or you like them smooth. That's smooth. And that is quilty. And let me show you again. This is what it looks like. That's the birch folder on top of that. So I'm gonna get going. And you guys just let me know what you think. So we're gonna make this one first. Okay. We got 2 smooth. Yeah, this is a neat set, Patty. So I got Pebbled Path, 4.25 by 11. I have gray granite, and since I cut it correctly, I was able to do a 5.25 by 4 layer. And then we will put on our birds. Gotta make sure they're going in the right direction. Like so. All right. And so I'm just gonna glue this together here. I found me a little jewel off of something. Must have been from cards over the. And so you guys can see that quick design. And then 4 quick cards. You can just put a sentiment on it. I've used the retired tailored tags there. punch. I've got the tidings and trimmings, which is also retired, but I wanted the word Noel, and that was the first one that I saw that had Noel in it. And I got some cherry cobbler. Stamp that down. Then I made another one of those tailored tags punches, and I'm going to cut it up the center. Oh, that wasn't very straight, but. And then I'm going to glue it on to give it like a faux layer. Like so. Gives it the illusion that it's got a layer on it, but it really doesn't. And then in this Winterly Treetops bundle, the dies, is this sprig. I cut that out of Early Espresso. And I'm just going to stick that on the back of the tag. And we're going to pop the tag up. I'll put a couple of dimensionals on there. 3's good. And we're going to stick that down in the the left area. Show off our paper. And then I have these Twelve Tidings glitter enamel dots. That tells you how old these are. The 12 Tidings. I think they went with the paper that was that same name. And boy, that was a long time ago. But, you know, when you hoard your stuff and you don't use it, it's not even going to come off like that. Let's see if I can. And so I'm just going to stick some of these green. There's 4 different sizes there, so I'm just kind of using the different. Oh, and this is where I put that. I wanted it more at an angle. All right, so there's our first one. See how quick those come together? The Christmas cards, you'll get 4 of them done in no time. Then on the inside, we just have a 4 by 5 1/4 layer. I got basic beige, the Winterly Treetops set. And I just got that single bird. That reminded me yesterday, guys, I have a travel glass mat that's smaller. And I took it to Patty's and I got glue on it. So I took it out yesterday I had put it away, actually, yay me. But I said, oh, I forgot to clean it off. So I got it out to clean off the dried up glue on it. Well, as I was walking from the closet in the back out here to wash it off, I had it upside down and the mat slid out of the box. And it has a protective like neoprene whatever cover that it was in, but I didn't have it over the whole end of the mat. So the mat was showing, and lo and behold, it slid out and landed right on the joint here of my big toe. And I thought I was going to come unglued. So there's our first card. Little bird inside. but I can walk today. It's not too bruised up or anything, so yay. All right, so now we'll go on to our second card. Oh, I was going to put the birdie on the envelope too. So let me do that one here. We're just going to put the bird on both of them. Oops. Where did I get that envelope from? It came from another card. That didn't belong here, but we're going to... Oh, all right. So now we've got the envelope done for this one. This guy is 5.5 by 8.5. We'll fold it in half. Same layer, gray granite, 5.25 by 4. See the ease of this? It's 2 pieces of paper, cut it in half. We're going to do this card this time. Make sure I got my bird going in the right direction. So we're going to glue him there. I'm going to not glue him down because I'm going to run that through the embossing folder after. And I'm going to use the "A Friend Like You Brings Me Happiness," just because, you know, not every Christmas video has to be all Christmas, right? So we're making 4. We can make this one can be what, like a thank you, a birthday, anything we want it to be. And I'm going to do that in Pebbled Path. Somebody in the winterish time may have you need a card that's ready to go. I'm going to just do that one more time. Mine was not cut bad, but I can't gauge how much I need from the top. That one is better, but we're going to then just kind of trim the sides off. That. Pop that up on the front. We got our inside piece. It's going this way, so we're going to stamp our bird. Glue our bird inside. Oh yeah, the envelope does go with that, but maybe it was sitting here. Maybe I left it here when I did those the other day, and maybe the other envelope for these cards is sitting here somewhere. So again, this will be our second card. I'll pop that up after I run it through the embossing folder. Our third card will be I got them all stuffed back in here in the corner. Well, let's go with this one for our third card. Oh, good guess. Again, this is the other half to that piece of paper. So this is 4.25 by 11. Score it, fold it, 5.5. You know what? That envelope has to be here because I put them all in brand new envelopes. So it's here somewhere. I'm digressing, but yeah, it's here somewhere. Again, we got a 5.25 by 4-inch layer. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. tomorrow night's craft at the Vacation Bible School that they're making visors. That'll be really easy for them. We're going to take this one that's got the square in the upper corner. So like I said, had I picked a pattern that wasn't directional, we would be going like this way. Or, you know, you could go this way. That's what they would be doing. But since somebody picked a directional paper, they all have to go this way. So I'm just alternating the way that the card opens, like this or up. So again, with this one, because this one's pretty simple, I'm not going to glue it on, and I will emboss it. Let's do our bird next. I'm just doing the bird on all of them. It was just easy and a cute way to give a quick embellishment to the inside. Because we all know we like to embellish the insides. We like to embellish the envelopes. That down. I got all of my class card kits cut today. Boy, that took me a while. Whew. For anybody coming to class on Monday, I am all set and ready to go. I cut this. This is another retired punch. I don't know what the name of it was, but I liked that it was small. Then we're going to take the Season's Greetings, which is also small. That's why I picked that. Because not everybody likes Merry Christmas. Some people just like Season's Greetings. And we're going to do that in the cherry cobbler again. And I put it off to the right. Oh, can I flip it over? Yeah, that's all right. Let's see. Pad must need to be inked. We'll pounce all around on it. Somewhere it's got to have enough ink to ink up the whole thing. Or not. We're going to go with that side. Probably need a new pad, or maybe I just need to ink it. Then part of the suite, this Winterly Treetops, we got this Baker's Twine, are they calling it Baker's Twine? Natural Tones Linen Thread. So I'm just going to leave a little tail on it, wrap it around a bunch of times, get another tail on it. But I do want to see if I can. I had trouble. Oh, this might work okay. I wanted the knot to be more in the center. I struggled with my other one to get it to move. My little trick of moving the giving it a little bend and moving it around didn't really work. So now we're just going to spread these out a little bit, just any which way. Then I'm going to cut off my extra. And then that will pop up on the front there. And finish that card. So I'm, again, not going to do that because I'm going to run that through my embossing folder. Because my resident creative director liked them like that. So, and then there's my last one. This one I'll leave plain. It's the other half paper. So we've got 8.5 by 5.5. Oh yeah, Bonnie, I'm ready. We've got now, what is this, guys? 5 1/4 by 4 inch base. I see somebody said hello, Julie. Is that our trippy card maker, Julie, on? Yep. Oh, hi, Julie. Um, she's my trippy card maker of quilts that I got this quick idea from for the 4 cards for Christmas. I'm gonna do the inside, put my little bird on there, glue that on and get it out of the way. I know my body's telling me I need to sit down, but that's okay. I'm almost done and then I can sit. All right, so here's our 4th piece. And I'm gonna glue that one on like this. I'm not gonna run that one through an embossing folder. This one's got enough else stuff going on that I'm going to just leave it. Everything looks straight, and then after I stick it on, it looks crooked. I turn it a different direction. All right. I have another retired punch. Do you guys keep your punches? I love punches, and I keep them all. I know we can do so much more with the I better shut this ink. With the dies, we've got so many dies. But punches are just wham bam and you're done. So um I just like them for simplicity. I'm a punch girl. All right, we're going to use that Christmas set again here. And I'm using It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and it's a big one. I should have used maybe a bigger die punch, but I didn't want it to overpower the front of the card. I wanted to still see all of our cute little birds. So I squeezed this on there. All right. We're going to do the same thing with this one. Just going to put a little bit of the glue around the edge. I like to kind of come up to the top. Make sure that I lined it up and then just pull it down a little bit so that it stays as even as you can get it. And now that I'm trying to show you that I'm struggling. All right, we're going to go right there. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then if you place it kind of, you're going to have that gap there, but it's not really noticeable that it's cut in half at that little gap there. So it works. It works all right. I got my green twine again. Just going to make a fairly large bow. And then put some dimensionals on the back here. this. And then I'm just want to stick my bow. Oh, I didn't put my dimensional up high enough. Let me get a little piece, another piece. Where did I put them? Where did I just set them down? All right, who see? Oh, right here. I was gonna say, who sees them? They're here. Put this up here. I want to stick my bow to it. And when you still don't stick it up far enough, see if you can peel it off. And get it right up there where you need it. So there, now we got the bow on there. And I'm just going to stick it down here in the corner. Pull that little string up. Is it on there straight? I think it might be on there crooked. I'm going to name myself that instead, the Crooked Stamper. Everything I do is crooked. All right. Then these little buggers came in the suite as well. So I'm going to stick some of these on here. And these are called Earth Tones Shimmer Gems. And they are definitely earth tones. I showed them to you guys last week. They are kind of all muted. They're muted earth tones, but they're pretty. And they go with the paper that comes with the suite. And so there's our last one. And that is it, you guys. And see how, like I told you, I screwed up my sample cutting, but it doesn't look bad. I saved it. I saved just trim it down a little bit more. You can always kind of save yourself from starting over whenever possible. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's it, you guys. I thank you for watching my Christmas video. I will be late again tomorrow because or maybe, yeah, I'll still be late because it goes till 7:20 or 7:30. So I'll still be late, but I will be here at some point or another if you're available to hop on. Love to have you. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Stay cool and enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everybody.